Hi, this is Ashley Culver. Join me for a full body postpartum core recovery workout. Let's go. All right, start down here on the ground with me, and we are gonna have nice tall posture. We're gonna place our hands around our rib cage and start with some 360 breathing. This first circuit is just gonna be some of my favorite core recovery exercises so we can warm up our core and start repairing our midsection. So place those hands, nice big breath. Draw the core in, big breath. Big breath. Draw that core in towards the spine. Belly button in. Keep drawing that core in until every last breath is out. Stomach muscles come in like a corset. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. One more, make it the best. Nice. Okay, then we're gonna do our 360 breath with the 2 breath exhale. So nice big breath, quick exhale, and then you get the rest of the breath out in that last one. Four more. Big diaphragm breath. Nice. Now the last part of our core recovery section, we are going to do our pelvic floor activations with our 360 breathing. So again, if you're having trouble combining these two, pick one. You can do your pelvic floor activations by themselves or the 360 breathing. But if you're feeling up for the challenge, we're going to combine the two because this is one of the best things to mommy makeover our midsection and our pelvic floor. Nice big breath, and we're going to draw up the pelvic floor as we bring the core in and let the breath out. So nice big breath. Core up and pelvic floor up, and then release and relax. Nice. Last one. Now we're gonna get into our warm-up. For our warm-up, we're gonna start on all fours and we're gonna come into some cat-cows. So palms underneath the shoulders, knees are right underneath the hips and about hip width apart. And we're gonna bring the chin in and arch the back up. Push the floor away so you really get a nice arch in between the shoulder blades, and then reverse it, cow. And we're gonna cat. Draw the core up, breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in, draw the core up. Breathe out. This is releasing that tension in between our shoulder blades, loosening up our T-spine, and is gonna help with low back pain. We're hunched over the baby all day, or our phones or computers, and this just really helps undo all that. So we're gonna do 2 more. Last one. Next, we're gonna do some 90-90s. So we're gonna do them a little different than last time. So we're gonna alternate each time the direction. So we're gonna lean forward, front leg's at 90-degree angle, back leg's at a 90-degree angle, and then you're going to flip over to the other side and do it on the same side, and we're gonna go back and forth. Bonus points if you keep the core tight and keep your arms up while you're coming over. If you're new to this, you might want to use your hands to kind of help steady you and get you over to the other side. So you can kind of pick your poison there. But really lean into that stretch. Give yourself a second to feel that stretch. Be thoughtful about it. And spend a little bit more time here if you need, if your hips are extra tight. We're gonna do one more on this side. Nice. And then we're gonna come to stand for our last warm-up piece. To warm up the back of our hamstrings, we're gonna do some heel sweeps. So you're gonna bring one leg forward, flexion, and you're gonna reach down like you're gonna just gently touch your shoelaces. And so the back should be nice and flat. We're coming into a hinge of the hip, straight leg, and the other leg is gonna be slightly bent, however bent you need it. And if you can only go down a little bit, then you only go down a little bit. If you can go down all the way, you go down all the way. This is a great warm-up. Gets the heart rate up a little bit, gets the blood pumping, and gets those hamstrings and calves loosened up. Let's do two more. Nice. So for our first circuit that we're gonna get into, we're gonna start with a reverse lunge. Option to just do body weight here, but you can also add some weight, which I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna grab 2 weights. And ideally they match, but if they don't, then make sure that you're changing them up halfway through so you don't get lopsided. So nice tall posture. We're gonna take a step back, bring the knee down to the ground, push the heel to come back up. And here we're gonna alternate for 12. So the intensity should be enough that by the 12th rep, you feel a pretty good burnout in the quads, which is the main muscle group that we're working out. That's 10. And we're gonna do 2 more. I think that makes us even, actually. Okay, drop those weights. We're gonna go into a bent over single arm fly. So you're gonna grab 1 weight on the lighter side, and I've got a little bench here. If you don't have a bench, you can use your couch, the back of the couch, a coffee table. We wanna come into a hinge, place 1 hand down on the bench, and as much of a bend in the knee as we need to keep our back flat. So I'm retracted in my shoulder blades, no arching of the back. Then I'm gonna take 1 weight with a slightly rounded elbow, and I'm gonna squeeze the shoulder blade up at the top, and we're gonna go for 10 here. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. And drop and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Nice. We really want to focus on these muscles right here, right in between the shoulder blades, where we bring this up right at shoulder levels where we stop for next time. And then we're gonna come to the floor for an alternating bird dog. We're gonna come into that all fours position like we were in earlier for our cat-cow. We're gonna extend out, opposite arm, opposite leg. Oops, I'm in the way of my bench. Opposite arm, opposite leg are gonna extend out. You wanna stop, squeeze the booty at the top, and bring the arm right kind of to the ear. But while we do this, we're gonna keep our core nice and safe. So we're gonna take our 360 breath, and we're gonna draw the core in, and while we're drawing our core in, that's when we extend out and do our exercise. So watch me. And then we've completed it, then we'll switch sides and repeat. Nice big breath, draw the core in, extend out, Keep breathing out, 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 and we finish that breath and drawing the core in at the end. That way, as we're working our core, we're keeping it protected. Nice big breath. Big breath. Make sure you're squeezing the booty at the top. Good, one more on each side. Excellent. So we're gonna come back up for our lunge. Grab your weights. And we're gonna alternate sides. One, keep the core nice and engaged. Get that knee down as low as you comfortably can. If you're having any knee pain, then maybe don't go down quite as low as I do. Keep the posture nice. Shoulder blades squeezed. Last two. Awesome. Now we're gonna drop one weight for our flies. Nice flat back. Drawing my core in and keeping it nice and engaged. My weight's more in my heels and no rounding in my back. And then we're gonna fly up, nice squeeze. Slightly rounded elbow. Try not to swing the weight and use momentum. If you have to use momentum, it's probably a little too heavy for you. Last one. Good. Switch sides. That's 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. See how good our posture feels now? And then we're gonna come back down to the floor for those alternating bird dogs. So let's see if we can draw the core in a little bit more this time while we're extending out. If you want more of a challenge, you can pause a little bit longer when you're at the top of that extension. Nice big breath. Shh. Oops, I'm a little too close. Shh. Last two. Excellent. One more time through, guys. Grab your weights. Quicker we move through these, the more of a heart rate advantage we get, where our heart rate is pumping a little bit harder, and we're getting a little bit of a cardiovascular challenge, which is awesome. Burning calories. Last set. Last one. Good job. Come into these flies. Ready? Go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice my hips are really far back. That's gonna help you not arch your back. And then my weight's in my heels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Good, come to the floor one more time for those bird dogs. Ready, big breath, draw the core in. Ooh, can't learn my lesson. Extend out and down, big breath. Big breath. Draw that core in, reset. Try not to turn rotate the hip out like this. Try to make sure that the toes pointing towards the floor as you extend out. That way we're working the right muscles. Keep going. One more step. Awesome, time to get into our second circuit. Okay, for our third circuit, you are gonna need a mini band ideally. If you don't have this, I'll show you how you can still achieve what we're doing without it. But ideally we have one of these, and they're really cheap to get on Amazon online. You just need a mini band, and we need the edge we need a bench or something that can look like a bench. So coffee table, you can be off your bed, you could be off your couch. There's a way to do this, even if you don't have a bench, okay? So I'm gonna sit on my bench here. I'm gonna put on my mini band like a pair of pants, about 1 inch above the knees. 2 inches above the knees. And then we're gonna keep the band hip width apart at all times ideally. I'm going to slide to the edge of the bench right underneath my sports bra or right underneath my shoulder blades. So I'm gonna use my hands to slide down. Top, I'm making a nice 90-degree angle. Knees are hip width apart with the toes slightly pointed out. Place our hands on our hips so that they're just kind of out of the way. And we're gonna hinge our hips down to the ground. We're gonna let our head follow our torso. And then we're gonna try to push these away so the knees don't buckle in. And then we're gonna push through the heels, squeeze the glutes to come into a tabletop. And at the top of the tabletop, we're gonna adduct. And then you're gonna come back down. So if you don't have a mini band, you can take a weight and you can place it on your hip to add a little bit more resistance. And I still recommend pushing the knees away from each other at the top because it's still doing something even without the band. Away and up. Also, you can just do this with nothing if this is feeling challenging as is, and the resistant band just adds a little bit more. So now that we kind of know what we're doing, we're gonna go through our motions. Knees away from each other, bring the hips down as low as you can. Push through the heels, squeeze the booty hard at the top. Warming up those glutes. You should feel this mostly in your glutes. If that's not where you're feeling it, you're probably not doing it right. So try to make some adjustments. And no neck tension here. We're letting our neck and our head just follow our torso. Let's keep going. We're gonna do 2 more. 9, last one at the top. We're gonna hold and adduct for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Calm down, take the band off. Next, we're gonna use whatever we're using as our bench to do some tricep dips. Couple of things with a tricep dip. Working out triceps here. And you're gonna wanna keep your back as close, like almost touching the bench here. And we want to keep the elbows tucked in, and then we're gonna bend to a 90-degree angle about and back up. So there's a couple options with the legs. You can have them bent like I have here. If you want more of a challenge, you can have them straight. It's a little bit harder that way. So pick your poison there. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Great. So next, we're gonna use the technique that we're using to get off the floor to do little baby get-ups that are gonna work our core. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Come all the way to your mat. We're gonna do our get-ups, body weight get-ups, where we're just practicing safely getting off the floor and standing up. And honestly, this is a great workout. It's really difficult if you do it over and over again. So try it with me. You're gonna roll all the way up. You're gonna come to your side, and then we're gonna stand up. Back down, onto your side, and roll over. Roll over onto your side. Same leg forward each time. Come back down to your side and onto your back. We're gonna do one more on this side, and then we're gonna switch sides and move as quickly as you can through this. Biggest thing is we don't wanna do a crunch with our core. So now we're gonna do the other side. Roll over onto our side, bring the other leg forward, step up. Roll onto your back. This might feel a little ridiculous, but it's really deep, helping build our deep core muscles. Also, you'll probably start to get a little breathless. So we're working cardiovascularly a little bit. And then come all the way back up. Nice, and back down, onto your side, and roll over. We did it. Back to the top. So place this band back on our bodies. 1 to 2 inches above the knee. Slide down so that it is right at the bottom of our sports bra. And we're gonna do our extension with abduction. Keep the core nice and engaged. Mine just wasn't, so that's a little cue for me and for you. If you are feeling neck tension, you can support like this. Try not to let the knees collapse as you come down. They want to kind of come in. Don't let them. Fight for it. Squeeze the booty at the top. If this is feeling easy, you're not squeezing enough. Push through the heel, squeeze, and out. Good, 2 more. Awesome. Slide that off for our tricep extensions. There's a graceful way to do that. Okay. Slide down. And we're gonna go for our tricep extension. Tricep dips. We're gonna go for our tricep dips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come to your back for our body weight get-ups. Roll over onto your side. Come up with your right leg. Come back down. Legs together to your side and down. Over. Push up. Lunge forward. Lunge down. Onto your back. This might feel a little complicated at first, but essentially we're just coming to our side so we don't do a crunch, and then we're doing a lunge to stand up, and you'll get it. And then we're gonna switch sides. Over to the side, push up. Opposite leg should be coming up. Roll over, back in your back. job. One more, roll over, push up. Left leg forward, stand up, knee down, onto your side, and roll over. Awesome job. We've got one more. Good job, guys. And we're gonna place this band back on. This time, we're gonna add back in that hold at the top. And I might, because it's our last one, I might give it a little more. We'll see how we're feeling. So you're gonna slide off, get situated. We're gonna go for 10, and then at the top, we'll tell you to hold. 2, 3, keep that core engaged, push to the heels, squeeze. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold, 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 hold. Now adduct for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Squeeze. 9 and 10. Whew. Good job, ladies. That booty isn't gonna be flat anymore. We're getting it back. And let's get in position for our triceps. Go ahead and slide down. Make sure that the back is staying as close as you can get it to your bench, your coffee table, whatever you're doing this on. And down. Keep the elbows in. Don't let them go out like chicken wings. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome job, guys. 9, woo, and 10. Owie, ow. Good job. It is time for our cool down. You guys did it. So we're gonna start with a calf. Oh, it is not time for a cool down. One more rollover, guys. We are almost there. Start on your back, roll over to the side, right leg forward, lunge. I try to remember to use your toe in your back foot as you're coming down to help you kick off. You'll find it really helpful. Then coming off the shoelace, the toe, and up. Toe and down. Good. Switch sides. Opposite foot. I'm a little wobbly. I'm sure you're wobbling a little too. Over onto your side, left leg forward. Down. Last one. Stay on that back toe and down and roll over. Woo! You did it. Time for the cool down. We're gonna come into a couch stretch. So you don't need to use a bench. It definitely enhances this stretch if you can use your couch or a box or a bench to help put your back foot on. And then you're gonna lean forward, push the hips forward, rock forward until you feel like a nice stretch in the hamstring and also the hip flexor. That's where I really feel it because I'm nice and tight. And we're gonna rock forward, rock back. If you're not feeling the stretch, you are leaning forward but not pushing the hips forward. I don't care how flexible you are, if you push your hips enough forward, you will feel this. Maybe that's not true. Maybe some of you guys are loosey-goosey in the hip flexor, but good for you. That's 8. 2 more. Take this time to take some nice deep breaths and get the heart rate back down. Get the heart rate down and just lunge forward. Feel that stretch right in here. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. We did all the hard part. Now we're just giving our body a little extra love so that it will feel good for the rest of the day and tomorrow. Last one. Okay, then we're gonna come onto our booty into a butterfly, which we've done before together. So some of these things are not gonna need as much explanation as we work in our series, because you're gonna start to know what I'm talking about. So bring the heels in as close as you can, knees down as hard as you can get them, and tilt forward slightly, and just push. Push them down, lean into it. As you start to loosen up, see if you can go down a little bit deeper. Take some nice deep breaths while we're here. My necklace got all messed up. Forgive me. Stop. Okay, so now we're gonna come into a figure 4 stretch. There's a couple different ways to do this. You can do this lying down, but we're gonna do today like this, with our palms behind us, and then our ankle's gonna come to our knee. And what I would like you to do, if you feel up to it, you can live here. If you want a little more, push through the palms and the foot, and then raise the booty, and then bring the booty towards the heel and back. And we'll rock forward and rock back. If this feels like too much, if you're too tight, or just this might be a lot of coordination, we'll work up to it down the road. But if you want to try this, go for it. It feels really good. We're gonna do one more on this side, then we'll switch. And as I'm holding this figure 4, I'm trying to get my knee away from my body as much as I can. So try not to let it be near my ear. I'm trying to push it away from my face, my body. Three, 2, and 1. All right, guys, awesome job today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, I'd love to hear from you. If you want to catch the rest of my series, please subscribe, comment. I really want to get to know you guys better. I'll see you next time.